My name is Buzz Patterson. I am a retired Air Force officer. I was a pilot in the Air Force for 20 years. And during the 1990s, I was President Bill Clinton's Air Force aide and carried the nuclear football. And I've seen firsthand what politics can do, politicians can do to our military and to our national security affairs. And I think really that's what's happening today in Washington, D.C. I think that when you have people like Reid, who calls General Petraeus incompetent and dishonest, who is Harry Reid is surging for defeat. He's searching for defeat in Iraq because it's really what the Democrats regained the White House in 2008. I think it's despicable, actually. Having been to Iraq myself and embedded myself with our troops and talked to hundreds and hundreds of our soldiers and sailors and airmen Marines, they're doing a phenomenal job, and we are winning the war in Iraq and elsewhere. And the only way our guys and girls can lose the war in Iraq is if we lose our resolve back here in Washington, D.C., and that's what's happening right now. When you have Dick Durbin likening our troops in Guantanamo Bay to Nazis and Pol Pot and the Soviets and their gulags, when you have Harry Reid saying the war is lost, when you have Nancy Pelosi going to Syria, to Damascus, Syria, and negotiating with Syrian governments and supplying troops and weapons that are killing Americans in Iraq, when you have anti-war groups like Code Pink for Peace taking over $600,000 in cash and supplies and providing those to the insurgents in Fallujah, that's treason. And they did that, Code Pink did that with the letter signed by Congressman Henry Waxman, allowing those supplies and cash to get through Jordan, as a matter of fact, into Fallujah and to our enemy, essentially. So you've got a Democratic Party, you've got the leftist country that's trying to undermine the president, trying to undermine our troops, and turn Iraq into a defeat because it gives them political capital back in Washington, D.C. And that, to me, that's despicable.
What do you personally think of General Petraeus?
Well, I think I've never worked for the man, I've never met the man, but I'll tell you, I've got a lot of friends that have worked for him, and he's a scholarly warrior. He's the perfect guy to be in charge of what's happening in Iraq right now. He, as Debbie said, he wrote the manual on counterinsurgency operations. He's a phenomenal person, phenomenal human being, and the best general we could possibly have right now in Iraq. And for the Congress to call him names and to challenge his honesty and his integrity, I think it's disgusting. And we've got to believe him. He wrote the report. He's an honest man. He's an upright man and a great leader. And our troops respect him. President Bush respects him. I think the Americans just respect him. The Democratic Party needs to understand that they're Americans first and politicians second. I think that's part of the problem right now.